The wilderness is both beautiful and unforgiving, a place that tests limits and sometimes swallows people whole, leaving only questions. This is the story of Emily Carter, a young woman who vanished in the Cascade Mountains. Her disappearance reminds us that, no matter how prepared we are, nature always holds the final card. Search teams, investigators, and her family have all been haunted by the mystery. Emily was an experienced hiker, at home in the wild, yet she vanished on a well-marked trail on a clear autumn day. Her case is a puzzle of strange data, conflicting sightings, and clues that lead nowhere. It forces us to confront the reality that sometimes there are no easy answers. We're left to piece together her final hours from digital footprints and faint traces on the forest floor. Did she make a simple mistake, or did she encounter something unexplainable? The truth is locked away in the wilderness, a reminder of our vulnerability. As we explore her last journey, we'll follow the search, analyze the evidence, and confront the unsettling questions that remain. Emily Carter walked into the wild, and into a mystery that still captivates and terrifies us. Emily Carter was a thoughtful, meticulous planner with a deep respect for nature. As a librarian, she found her voice in the solitude of the mountains, coming alive on the trail. She wasn't trying to conquer the wilderness, she wanted to understand it. Solo hiking was her meditation, sharpening her senses and self-reliance. She'd completed dozens of solo trips, trained in first aid, and navigated with both map and GPS. Preparation was her ritual. Gear organized, routes studied, and detailed itineraries left with family. She carried a satellite messenger for emergencies, always ready for the unexpected. Her disappearance is baffling because she was the last person anyone expected to vanish. Friends and family insist she never took unnecessary risks. Her disciplined approach is the first and most unsettling piece of the puzzle. Emily's story begins with a spirit of careful exploration, not recklessness. On October 5, 2024, Emily set out for the Eagle Peak Loop, a challenging, well-established trail. She left her plan with her sister: start at dawn, summit by early afternoon, return before dusk. Her gear was carefully chosen: water filter, extra layers, headlamp, first aid kit, food, and a GPS satellite messenger. She signed the trail register at 6:05 a.m., the last physical trace of her in civilization. For hours, everything went according to plan as she ascended through the forest. The trail was clear, the day perfect, and Emily was in her element. The Eagle Peak Loop is popular, but solitude is common on weekdays in October. Emily welcomed it. As she climbed toward the alpine meadows, something went terribly wrong. Somewhere between the woods and the open sky, Emily deviated from her path. The meticulous planner was about to walk into a mystery. The first sign of trouble came from Emily's GPS device, not a frantic call. When she missed her check-in, her family alerted rangers, and the search began. GPS data showed her moving steadily along the trail until 10:45 a.m. Suddenly, she left the marked path, making a sharp turn into dense, rugged forest. She moved in a straight line for nearly a mile, her pace slowing dramatically. At a secluded ravine, she stopped for over 2 hours. Then, her signal moved again, this time at an impossible speed, covering half a mile in under 5 minutes before going silent. Search teams confirmed the terrain was nearly impassable, making her rapid movement inexplicable. Even elite athletes would struggle there, yet the GPS showed her moving at over 6 miles per hour. The digital trail Emily left behind was not just strange, it seemed impossible. The data raised more questions than answers. Emily's last known movements defied logic and left rescuers baffled. Investigators turned to trail cameras and other hikers for answers. A wildlife camera showed Emily on the trail at 9:30 a.m., matching her timeline. But at 11:15, the same camera captured someone resembling Emily heading back down, after her GPS showed her off trail. Was it her, or another hiker in similar gear? The image was unclear. Other hikers reported seeing Emily, a couple, passed her at 10:00 a.m., focused and friendly. Another hiker saw a woman like Emily near the ravine at 1:00 p.m., sitting silently and unresponsive. The timeline became tangled. Was Emily behaving erratically, or was there another explanation? The evidence only deepened the mystery. With Emily's car still at the trailhead and her GPS silent, a massive search began. Over 100 volunteers, K-9 units, and rangers scoured the rugged terrain. The focus, the area where she left the trail, and the ravine where she stopped. The forest was dense and brutal, slowing even the most experienced rescuers. Search dogs became agitated near the ravine, refusing to enter the deepest part. Emily's footprints led off the trail, then became erratic and simply stopped at a clearing. No sign of struggle, no other prints. No gear was found. Not her backpack, water bottle, or even a wrapper. Helicopters with thermal imaging scanned the area, but found nothing. The search was eventually scaled back, leaving a sense of failure and a deep mystery. The forest seemed to erase her completely. Despite technology and expertise, Emily had vanished without a trace. The case left rescuers frustrated and haunted. With no concrete evidence, theories about Emily's fate multiplied. The simplest: she got lost, was injured, and succumbed to the elements. But this doesn't explain the impossible GPS data or vanishing footprints. Some suspect foul play. Perhaps she encountered someone dangerous, was forced off trail, and her device was carried away. Yet no evidence of another person or struggle was found. Others suggest she chose to disappear, orchestrating her own vanishing act. But her loved ones insist she had no motive. The most mysterious theories invoke the supernatural strange lights, local legends, and the odd behavior of search dogs. The logical explanations all have critical flaws. When facts fail, stories of the unknown fill the void. Emily's case unsettles our sense of a predictable world. The wilderness, it seems, still keeps its secrets. Her disappearance remains a haunting enigma. Years later, Emily Carter's case remains open and unsolved. The Eagle Peak Loop is still hiked, and the spot where she vanished has become a quiet memorial. Her story is now a cautionary tale, woven into the mountain's folklore. Every piece of evidence seems to contradict another: the planner acting illogically, the impossible GPS, the footprints that end. The case challenges our belief that everything can be explained. For search and rescue teams, it's a humbling lesson. Even with technology, the wild can win. Emily's disappearance led to new protocols and a renewed respect for nature's unpredictability. Her story forces us to confront our relationship with the wild. It is not a playground, but a powerful, indifferent force. Emily's legacy is a boundary between our world and the wild, one that, when crossed, can erase a person completely. The silence that follows is the most haunting answer of all. Her story is now a permanent echo in the mountains. Emily Carter's story is a reminder of the wilderness's dual nature, beauty and risk. For every person who finds peace on a trail, another faces its unforgiving side. This is the pact of adventure trading safety for solitude and accepting greater responsibility. Emily's case shows that even the best preparation can be overwhelmed by the unknown. Have you ever felt watched in the woods or heard something you couldn't explain? The wild blurs the line between rational fear and something deeper. These moments connect us to the mystery of the wild. By sharing our stories, we honor both the beauty and the danger of these places. Emily's disappearance teaches humility. Go into the wild prepared, but respect its power. Some questions may never be answered. The wilderness keeps its secrets. Emily Carter's story is now one of those secrets, a haunting reminder to respect the wild.